news finds you.
All stations can keep up. At Adaba FM, we'll not only give you news at the speed of nanosecond, but we also break it down with up-to-date analysis, informed opinions, and distinct professionalism. That's why you love us. Adaba 88.9 FM, your go-to station.
It's midday. Good afternoon, I am Oluwayomi Adelako with Global News in the news. Internal displacement crisis deepens in Africa, 35 million people affected. Trump vows eye to even Mexico, Canada and China. Israeli cabinet set to discuss Hezbollah ceasefire deal as both sides continue attacks.
This is the news.
Now the news and details. The Port Harcourt Refinery Company has commenced crude oil processing. Chief Corporate Communications Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NPCL, Femi Shoye, said the groundbreaking milestone signifies a new era of energy independence and economic growth for the nation. It noted that truck loading will also commence today. The Chief Corporate Communications Officer added that the NPCL is working tirelessly to bring the Warri refinery back online soon. Africa's displacement crisis has worsened over the past 15 years. The Internal Displacement Monitoring Center stated that 35 million people in Africa are living in displacement within their own countries by the end of last year. Report says the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Nigeria, Somalia and Sudan account for 80% of the displaced individuals. Chief of the Internal Displacement Monitoring Center, Alexandra Bilak, notes that the majority of internal displacement in Africa is caused by conflict and violence. Namibia will be electing its first female head of state this week. The 72-year-old Vice President Netumbo Nandi is the flag bearer for SWAPO, which has led the country since independence from apartheid South Africa in 1990. Nandi Ndaitwah will be joining Tanzania's Samia Suluhu Hassan, who is currently Africa's only female president if she is victorious. A party totally dominant for 3 decades saw a large drop in support in the last general election. Egyptian authorities say 16 people were missing, including foreigners, and 28 rescued after a tourist boat sank in the Red Sea. The governor of Red Sea province said the boat is carrying 44 people, including 13 crews. Report says 2 of those missing are British, as Finland confirmed that one of the nationals is unaccounted for, while authorities say 4 Egyptians are also missing. Authorities have not indicated the possible cause of the incident, but added accounts of people on board mentioned a wave hit the boat and caused it to capsize. However, weather forecasters have warned against marine activities for Sunday and Monday. Now on to global news from Adaba 18.9 FM Akure, transmitting from Elamoki. After the break, Trump vows eye to even Mexico, Canada and China. Plus, Israeli cabinet set to discuss Hezbollah ceasefire deal as both sides continue attacks. Details in the second part of the bulletin. Please join us again.
My country people, this talk wey I wan yarn go sweet your belle. You get one ogbonge place
Welcome aboard. Thank you for joining us again. For news updates and live streaming, visit our website www.adaba889.fm or download the Adaba FM app on Google Play Store. You can be part of us on our social media platforms www.facebook.com/AdabFM80.9 on Facebook, at Adaba89FM on Instagram and X, and Adaba FM TV on YouTube. You can provide us information via email newsroom@adaba889.fm. To the rest of the bulletin, U.S. elected President Donald Trump has said we hit China, Mexico and Canada with new tariffs on day one of his presidency. He said the move is an effort to force them to crack down on illegal immigration and drug smuggling into the U.S. The president-elect said that immediately after his inauguration in 20 January, he will sign an executive order imposing a 25% tariff on all goods coming from Mexico and Canada. He also said an additional 10% tariff will be levied on China until the government there block smuggling of the synthetic opioid from the country. Meanwhile, a federal judge has dismissed a major case against Donald Trump that alleged he illegally sought to overturn the 2020 election. Jack Smith, the special prosecutor who brought the criminal case against Trump, had asked to drop the charges. Judge Tanya dismissed the case without prejudice, meaning the charges could be refiled after Trump finishes his second term. The judge also dismissed Smith's case, charging Trump with improperly storing classified documents. Israel's cabinet is due to meet to discuss a 60-day ceasefire deal with Hezbollah in Lebanon. Reports says the deal will see Israeli troops gradually withdraw from Lebanon, while Hezbollah will move away from the Israeli border. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is said to have agreed to the deal in principle. Last night, Israel continued its attacks on Hezbollah, focusing on the Syria-Lebanon border, as at least 31 people were killed by Israeli strikes across Monday. Meanwhile, as potential ceasefire negotiations are on the horizon in Israel, cross-border hostilities between Israel and Hezbollah continued overnight. The Israeli military seized warplanes on Monday evening, carried out strikes on the Syria-Lebanon border, targeting transit routes Iran uses to transfer weapons to Hezbollah. In a statement, the Israel Defense Forces says the operation was focused on thwarting the capabilities of Hezbollah's unit 4,400, which it says was responsible for transferring weapons. The IDF provided no further details about what targets were hit and whether there were any casualties. Hezbollah says yet to comment on the strikes. To end global news, a recap of our top stories. We informed you that the internal displacement crisis has deepened in Africa as over 35 million people are affected. The U.S. elected President Donald Trump has vowed to slam China, Mexico and Canada with new tariffs on day one of his presidency. Israel's cabinet is due to meet to discuss a 60-day ceasefire deal with Hezbollah in Lebanon as both sides continue attacks. That's Global News is edited by Olasu Komi in Nujaba. I am Uwayemi Adilako saying thank you for listening and good afternoon.
Oh boy, but